So for those of you who have been following this channel for the past week, you know that for the past 2 years I've been struggling with having an orgasm because I'm on antidepressants. And this week was an ode to figuring out how to do so again. And I finally figured it out. You can watch the previous video to find out how. And today we are doing a video about how to have better orgasms because that's just the progression of things, isn't it? Thanks to the Eve app by Glow, we are working with a Sexpert and fellow lesbian on how to make all of our orgasms better. You can click below and download it. It is free in the App Store and it helps track both your period and your sex life and your orgasms. What an amazing app. You can rate your sex, how good it was, and we're not necessarily talking about partners. Over 89% of Glow users say that they have mind-blowing or pretty good sex. 55% of users of the app say their sex life has improved, which, I mean. I think it's important to note that the app is also incredibly inclusive. A lot of other apps and doctors, when I go to see my doctor, they're a bit heteronormative and they don't really know anything about lesbians or transgender people. So let's welcome our Sexpert, Jenny. She has a very interesting story. So Jenny, why don't you tell it?
Hey y'all, I'm Jenny Block. Just over 20 years ago, I met my now soon-to-be ex-husband, and at the time, I identified as bisexual. I had been with women before, I had been with men, and it was that point in my life where I just figured, I would find that one person, whatever that meant. And I got married, and a couple years in, I had an affair with a woman, and that led me on a journey of an open relationship. And in that time, I realized over the next, say, 10 or 12 years, that I actually was a lesbian. And I was very lucky because my husband was happy to stay married and raise our daughter together, and this spring she will be 18, and so we will finally get divorced actually on our 20th wedding anniversary.
Did you ever have problems orgasming or enjoying yourself in bed with your ex?
The truth is that I've always fantasized about women when I was having sex with men, which seems strange to me now that I couldn't have figured out then that I was a lesbian, but I guess it was just a matter of time.
I think the fact that you were able to orgasm and pleasure yourself when you were not comfortable with your sexuality speaks volumes. Just because somebody is out of the closet doesn't mean they're comfortable with their body. And the fact that you knew your body that well is amazing. Many of my viewers have trouble orgasming. We tend to forget that tracking both our hormones and our feelings can help us have better orgasms. So how does this all work?
Our bodies are different every single day of the month. Tracking where you are in your cycle can be super helpful. That way, if it's a time when you're feeling super sexy, you can take advantage of it. If it's a time when you're not feeling so sexy, you can preempt it with better diet choices or exercise or super sexy lingerie, whatever works for you. Along that same vein is my second tip. Live sexy. It's hard to feel sexy when your environment isn't sexy, like super soft sheets or an amazing smelling candle. Tip number 3, you have to have your head in the right place. Do whatever you have to do to make that happen. Fantasize about the person you're with. Fantasize about somebody else. Do a play-by-play of exactly what's going on with your body. Do whatever you have to do to keep yourself from worrying about the laundry or how you look in this light. And especially, don't worry about whether or not you're going to come. Number 4, be prepared. It isn't just for the Girl Scouts or the Boy Scouts. Whatever you think you might need for the night, have it with you. Lube, dildos, nipple clamps, whatever turns you on. Number 5, the 3-prong approach. That means external clitoral stimulation, vaginal penetration, and anal stimulation. That can be with any combination that you're into, toys or fingers or mouths or all of the above. And just to be clear, tip 5.5 is you don't have to do any of that. You can do all of that. You can do some of that. The best part about sex is it can be whatever you want it to be. You and whatever other consenting adults are involved.
There are also many different types of orgasms, right?
Well, I like to say it's not that there are different types of orgasms, it's that orgasms can emanate from all different places. So your nipples themselves can't exactly orgasm, but you can certainly have an orgasm emanating from your nipples being stimulated.
Why is it that some people with vaginas can orgasm just vaginal stimulation and others need clitoral stimulation as well?
The clit is not just the P-shaped part that you see under the hood. That's really just the, pardon the expression, tip of the iceberg. The clitoris actually has really long legs that extend inside of the vagina. That's why penetration can feel good. But it's also why some women can't come solely from penetration. If a woman has a lot of her clit exposed on the outside, during penetration, she may very well feel external clitoral stimulation, whereas other women may not. The truth is, our sexual anatomy has a ton to do with how we experience pleasure. So if your clit is really close to your vaginal opening, then you may feel a lot of stimulation during penetration. If you have thicker tissue between the two, well, you may not feel that much at all from penetration and need really serious external clit stimulation. The truth is, it doesn't matter how it works, it just matters that it works for you.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking some notes. Thank you so much, Jenny, and of course, thank you to the Eve app by Glow for sponsoring this video. Everybody's links are in the description down below, and I will see you guys back here next Saturday with a brand new video. Until then, I love you. Bye! So I am back from my friend's house in Boston where medical marijuana is legal. I feel like this was definitely the next step in the process because I've heard a lot of people that